Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 37, and there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that we're getting done today. Firstly, we're going to complete Marquee Matchups, then we're going to play our first 3 games of the Weekend League, and then towards the end of the episode, we'll go through a little rundown of all that's new with the Ultimate Screen promo. So do me a favor right off the bat, smash that thumbs up button. Let's go for 4,000 likes in this episode. It is a double upload, so you know, it'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the notification bell, become part of the notification squad. And yeah, let's get on in to the episode then, so you guys know what the team looks like. We've got Pep Guardiola. Pepe Guardiola, that's what I like to call him. You know, that's going to be my nickname for him from now on. But yeah, anyway, Marquee Matchups. I was able to complete this with literally just players from my club. I don't know. I like the requirements were a little bit just like meh this week. That's what I would class Marquee Matchups as this week. Nothing absolutely outstanding, but I guess what you do get is 2 premium goal players packs, one for completing the whole thing, and I guess one for Man U versus Liverpool, or the other one might have been the Valencia Atletico Madrid game. I'm not too sure, but one of them you get a 25k pack, and then the whole group reward, of course, is also 25k. So we had a lot of stuff in the club. I probably I'm not doing this like the exact cheapest way, just because I'm using what I've got, you know, and like this one right here, I ended up using an 83 rated Casillas. I mean, I've got another one in the transfer list that I'm just going to bring back to the club, and then the reason we used him is that we can just use some of the other really low rated stuff that's in the club, and it doesn't matter because they're first owners that I just don't care about, so I happily get rid of them. And then the final one here, which is Atleti versus Valencia. We just basically put together a whole team of golds, and it's all good, really. Like, again, I didn't really think too much about chemistry. I just basically put the players in that kind of made it work, and exactly gold 85 chem, we were able to get that done. So that's Marquee Matchups done and completed and out of the way. Let me know in the comment section, have you done Marquee Matchups this week? Because I would like to know what you got in your packs. Did you do it after you've seen the screen promo? Have you packed the screen player? Let me know down below, and if you have, I want to know which player it is, of course. So this is actually me doing this before the Ultimate Screen promo came out, because, I mean, like, I do it every Thursday night. I do Marquee Matchups every Thursday. I never really think about what potential promos we could have the next day. The only thing which would have made me keep these items, these packs, would be if at 6 p.m. on a Thursday night, if we got a splash screen telling us that we got a promo coming out the next day, then I would save my packs for that promo. Other than that, I'm just basically taking that as there's probably nothing coming unless I see stuff on Twitter, which I try to keep away from just to keep the hype to myself. I don't like to have stuff leaked on me all the time. And then, yeah, like, I'll just open the packs as and when, which is exactly what we did with our Weekend League rewards. You know that you saw them earlier on today, even though that's Saturday, I recorded them on Thursday, and that's what I will do unless I know that there's a promo coming, because it's like that time span between a Thursday morning when you wake up and you know you've got your rewards to a Friday night at 6 p.m. if you know there's going to be a promo coming. That's a long old piece of time to wait if you're desperate to open your rewards, which I'm a bit of a nerd at this game. I really look forward to Thursdays because I know that I get my rewards, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, as I'm sure a lot of you do as well. But as you can see, so far, nothing from Marquee Matchups. We get a Bafatimbi Gomis, which is 81 rated French. It's just not really what you want. If you're getting an 81 rated Frenchman, and you're getting 2 in this pack, you don't want it to be them. You want it to be Moussa Sissoko. That is the player that you want if it's an 81 rated French player. But now on to the 2 final packs, the 2 best ones of Marquee Matchups. The first one moves just far too quickly. It means we're just going to get a rare gold once again. This time it ends up being Brazilian Cam, Rafinha. I didn't realise he'd moved, actually. So he now plays for what? Celta Vigo? And then there's a Pastore and just a whole bunch of players. That's fine. I see like a Chelsea left back there. I'm sure that that's probably worth something. And then Premium Gold Players Pack number 2. The end of Marquee Matchups. What are we going to get ourselves? A nice walkout, surely. Oh, wait, no. What? I thought last he had pack luck. What's going on here? I don't always have amazing pack luck, as you can see. So, yeah, we get Tyson right there. I mean, I think I got him recently as well, didn't I? So, yeah, he's a duplicate, but obviously marquee matchup stuff is all tradable, so we're all good there. We can just move him up to the transfer list, and I will offload at some point in time. So, then I moved on to marquee moments. It's just a one-off SBC where you get like a 2-player pack for it. It's essentially about the same price or cheaper than doing a gold upgrade, and you get the gold upgrade pack. However, it's tradable rather than doing a normal gold upgrade SBC. So, of course, I did that because even though it doesn't look like the most amazing value, it's like, it's a 2-player pack. I'll take the risk. For like 3k, I'll take the risk on maybe getting something. Unfortunately, again, this time it doesn't pay out for us. We end up getting like 277s or something terrible. Like, it's one of the worst 2-player packs that you could probably get. But again, like, it doesn't really matter. We'll just trade out a few bronzes that we would only used in SBCs anyway for some golds that we'll use in SBCs, or we got some first owners or whatever. So, like I said, I pretty much always take the risk on those ones which are... the only SBCs I won't really do are the ones which just jump out at me and be like, that is a ridiculous price, pretty much. So, weekend league team. As you can see, Lewandowski goes into the transfer. I'm like literally forgetting how to speak or what to say here. He goes onto the bench. He is hopefully going to be a super sub for us. And as you can see, I've also set up a 3-5-2 formation. I don't know if I'm really going to use it just yet. And spoiler alert, I don't use it in today's episode. But it's there in case I want to use it, because a lot of people out there on Twitter seem to be getting a lot of success from the 3-5-2. But I don't think I've got quite the right players. Like, you need more defensive minded right mids and left mids, and whereas I would have one in like Nelson Semedo or Alex Telles, not Alexandro, all right? I know I made that mistake. Anyway, yeah, like I don't think I've quite got the right team for it, but it's something that I would be willing to give a go should I get a few goals into the lead and see what happens. So we're into our first game of the weekend league, and we get a fairly early goal with Dries Mertens. I'm not going to lie, I remember playing that pass. It wasn't the pass that I wanted to go to. I didn't not want that ball to go to Mertens, but I will absolutely take it. So yeah, we get very, very lucky. And we also get lucky that when the rebound comes out to my opponent's Insigne, he doesn't take that opportunity. Like, he ends up fluffing it. So yeah, cool. And we can run through and score a 2-0 goal with Neymar. So that didn't take long. After the first goal, basically the floodgates opened, and we hit him with some swagger, because that is my favourite. That's my favourite formation. Oh my god, what is happening to me today? It's my favourite celebration, and we knock it through to Mertens here. I don't know what happens with his player animation, but eventually it misses. Now, we're going to get a rage quit after this one, because he just kicks the ball out to me. Neymar obviously reads it well, runs through, and I just hit him with a little chip shot, and that is going to be a pause and quit. So 3-0 in the first game of the weekend league, and a rage quit is about as good as you can possibly ask for, especially with only 40 minutes on the clock. So, yeah, like, that is, as stress-free related games go, that is about up there as in terms of, that's the ideal game. I want 30 of those, you know? It's never, ever going to happen, but it would be nice. And so we are 1-0, nice and simple. It's just good for the motivation that you can get a rage quit, you can get a good victory, and you can score a few goals rather than coming out of a really difficult first match all stressed, and then you go into another one and that's stressful as well. So yeah, we go into this one. This opponent was a bit better. He was a lot better on the ball than the first guy I played. And that's a nice shot from Mertens. I thought that would probably be enough to take it past Kepa, but it wasn't, because he is an incredible Kepa on this game. But we score a chip shot. You know, we get through and we score the chip shot. That I've done that quite a lot in the recent episodes, and people are pointing it out in the comment section that I am a chip shot merchant. But they're quite useful when you get through one-on-one. The goalkeepers they're not able to defend them as well as you think. So I get a lot of success from the chip shots this year. And we go through and score yet another goal with honestly the best player I've used on FIFA 20 Ultimate Team. Neymar is just literally outstanding. I love everything about him. And then the servers weren't the best in this particular game, so I think when I tried to do the skill moves there with Insigne, nothing happened. Fortunately for me, that worked out incredibly well, and we just walked through. His defense parted like the seas. I just walked through, end up smacking it green timed, and it flies into the back of the net. And that's 2-0. With 2 rage quits at 3-0. So we've not even conceded a goal yet. So this is a good start to the weekend league for me. So then we go and coming up against what is going to be our real first test. Like that's a nice squad. That's meta. If the guy knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing with his squad. So I would assume he probably knows what he's doing on the game. I get gifted an opportunity here with Neymar, and I figured he would probably take that shot with his left foot and curl it around the goalkeeper, as you would expect with a 5-star weak foot player. But no, he didn't. So I fluffed my first opportunity to score a goal. But Neymar just gets through there. That little fake shot was quick enough to take the ball far enough past the centre-back to get that shot off before he would stick a leg out. And we can go 1-0 up. I think my opponent then tries an offside trap, and it works terribly for him, as we are able to just sweat it across, and Neymar gets yet another goal for the team. So we're 2-0 up and cruising in this game. And then something switched in the second half of this match, right? And my opponent just turned on the pressure, turned on something. He brought on the French Ligue 1 Player of the Month, and all sorts of what I would consider, when I was in the moment, I was a little bit stressed, and I was like, I think he's getting lucky with some of the bounces, some of the the ways I'm not tackling, the lineup of my players, it's just not quite right. And eventually he gets what I thought was a pretty cheesy goal right at the very end. When I watch it back now, I can see that I just defended terribly, right? But at the time, I'm like, I can't believe I was dominating this game. I was cruising, and I let it slip, and I messed it up. And this game is going to go into extra time. Or, unless you follow me on Twitter, you'll realise that it's actually not. Because he pauses the game after he scores his goal, and like a moment later, he actually ends up just rage quitting. And I was like, what? Has he just done that out of spite? Has he just quit out of spite so that he's still going to get the loss, but I'm just going to get a game as if it's not counted. And after I just messaged him saying that seems to be a waste of our time, and he came back a little while later saying, sorry mate, I was dying for a poo, I had to leave. So I mean, it got a laugh on Twitter when I posted it there, so if you don't already follow me on Twitter, then you're missing out on stuff like that. But yeah, it seems that he needed to go to the bathroom, so that's why he quit the game at 2. I'm not convinced about that, but either way, it made me laugh. After I was kind of annoyed that I just wasted 90 minutes, at least the reply made me laugh, and it got a few likes on Twitter, so I mean, that's worth it, right? Anyway, we go on into the next game, and I get a goal off a kickoff. This game felt horrible connection-wise. Some of the first touches that my players were doing were just not good at all, but we went 1-0 up, and it took until the second half for us to really get another opportunity to score again. Pep Guardiola is the one with the shot, and it literally just falls to Mertens after the goalkeeper saves Pep's shot, because obviously Pep's not going to score very often, because like he's got kind of trash shooting, but everything else about him has been great so far. I try another one of them crosses, it falls to Neymar. So basically from a couple of mistakes and actually moving down that left wing with Ousmane Dembele, we've got ourselves a couple of goals, and that's 3-0 up. And actually straight off the bat from the 3-0, we get it through again. Mertens with some nice LB dribbling knocks it into Guardiola. Neymar back to Mertens, and I strike it first time. Hit that one green, and that was a beauty. So yeah, that's 4-0, and that is going to lead to a rage quit. So in the 3 games that we've actually won, we've not conceded a goal. And then there was the game where the guy decides to quit 2-2 after 90 minutes. That was so annoying. But anyway, at least that one, we kind of ended on a high, and then the Scream promo came out. And with the Scream promo, we have this 11-man squad right here. So there's Aguero, Ibra, Muller, James, Ali, Carvalho, Romagnoli, Otamendi, Sabitzer, and 2 more that I just missed out because I was trying to read it. There's also objectives, right? There is this set of objectives to unlock a Scream Dzeko. I myself am not necessarily that bothered about this one, so we might try and do it during the week, but I absolutely don't mind if we don't unlock this one. It would be nice, but some of those requirements seem a little bit sort of off, so maybe we will, maybe we won't. That's basically where I'm going to leave it with Dzeko. We also got 4 SBCs that came out on Friday night, 2 of which are player SBCs. The first one, James Milner. Scream Milner costs a whopping 250 to 300,000 coins because he requires 385 rated squads. Now, I don't know where they've plucked that price from, but it is just wrong. So my advice to you would just be to stay away from James Milner. I don't think that's a good SBC whatsoever. Scream Navas, on the other hand, at around 50k, seems like a pretty good deal. So we might end up going for him. It's a La Liga player and a Team of the Week player and an 84 rated squad. But we might have some untradables that we can make that happen. If so, I think it could be a decent super sub to have. But we might just ignore him as well. I'm not a massive fan of the Scream card design, so I don't necessarily love to see that in my club. So some of these players, like as great as they are, I'm just not that bothered about them. Overall, though, the Scream promo with a couple of packs that we've got from SBCs here, Navas's price, the objectives look pretty good. The actual Scream players are not just got a couple of stats boosted and it switches all year. They have permanent stat boosts and just great stat boosts. Like there's an amazing Ibra and Aguero looks great. There's like a Sabitzer that looks awesome. William Carvalho and stuff. Like there's some pretty amazing stats out there, and they're going to stay like that all year long. I'm pretty sure I saw on Twitter from Foot Economist. So yeah, I like how they've done the players a lot more. The only thing that's really letting me down is the James Milner SBC, which we can just pretty much ignore. So to finish off this episode, I did the two puzzle SBCs. They basically offered small packs, so small Prime Electrum and small Prime Players pack. So we're going to get ourselves a bunch of players here. The first one, which was the Electrum pack, nothing really to note, but there was a couple of shiny silvers in there, so maybe they'll sell at some point in time. And then the second pack also, just like the earlier on in the video from Marquee Matchups, we got some pretty poor luck once again. So nothing amazing. We get Nemanja Matic, but it's just like that's nothing to write home about, is it? So no boards, no walkouts today, and of course no Scream players packed. But if you just saw there, we got ourselves a Diallo. So we've got another good centre-back from Liga 1, and that completes the first owner triangle of red 88 Keylor Navas, and then the first owner Marquinhos that we've got, as well as a first owner Diallo. So the Liga 1 squad is coming along. I want to do that Player of the Month SBC as well, and then we'll have a fairly competent team to take into Rivals to hopefully get that part of the icon swaps objective done. And we'll just do that in one of the episodes next week, I'm pretty sure, and we'll get it done. So yeah, like that's going to wrap things up for today's episode, boys. We've done a fair bit there. We've started the weekend league nicely. I will of course continue that in the future episodes, and you'll see that as the weekend league as the weekend goes on. But yeah, I think tomorrow I've got a pretty busy weekend on, I'm not going to lie. So this will be your double upload, and I don't think I'll have one for you on Sunday night, but of course I'll have your regular Sunday upload during the day. It's just a case of I've got a lot on this weekend, so I need to prioritize that, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Do me a massive favor, smash that thumbs up button. Your support means the absolute world to me, and this series is still going incredibly well. I couldn't be more grateful if I even tried. Like, genuinely, I love you guys, so thank you so much. Sub to the channel if you're new, click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and see all sorts of stuff that goes on from the messages of people that I get in Foot Champs. So yeah, come and do that, and of course have a wonderful day. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.